see I don't have design on here. Many of the companies that I've worked for, production, I didn't even know where design was, except, you know, they had really nice showrooms and offices and it looked like they were having a great time. But other than that, I never even went to design. I went to my merchandiser, who communicated with design and the retailer to ensure, you know, the product was being developed properly and to give me my cost constraints and my orders. So I went to merchandising. What do you want? What's the delivery? Tell me what do you need so I can go and now, you know, work with the factories to see if they can make it, find out about the raw materials, and schedule everything, because now I have to make sure it happens on time, right? And then I also deal with these other guys too. And it depends on, again, how the company's structured. Sometimes marking and grading is external, suppliers external, but on a day-to-day, I'm communicating with all these guys, but definitely merchandising and the factory, right? And here it's just a different version of that. In this case, production does deal with the head designer. I've worked for companies, I worked for every level. I've done some work for Walmart. I've done some, I mean, you know, if they hire you, what are you gonna do? But I am not a fan. But I've done work with large companies, small companies, budget price point, high-end price point, and everything in between. So I've seen various situations of how the companies are structured. In some cases, I've worked with the designers, in some cases, not at all. So it just depends on your company. But pretty much the same systems, the same work I'm doing. It's just I'm communicating with various other departments. I never really talk to sales. Sales goes all the way around and it goes through people. I never knew where sales or PR or any of that was. Okay. Tools. There are a few tools of the trade. Because production is heavily involved with keeping the time and scheduling and deliveries and coordinating, making sure things happen on time. It's all about timeliness. The time and action calendar, we call it a TNA. This is a mainstay of production. We fill this out. In my company, I get paid money to figure out, to tell clients when they need to develop the first pattern to ship at a certain date. And it's very important. If you see here, it says X factory date and NDC date. X factory date, what do you think that might mean?
The ship date.
Exactly, when it's exiting the factory. We tend to, you know, we're dealing with many times people don't speak the language, so we come up with our own terminology. X factory date. NDC date is when it has to hit the retailer's door or the distribution center. So I need those dates as a production person. When do you need this thing in the store? Once I have the store date, I can back it up to when it should ship from the factory. I can back it up to when they need to start sewing, back it up to when they need to start cutting, when I need my quantities.